Hi, welcome to my complete guide on Lingsha. Lingsha is the newest character coming to the second phase of version 2.5. It has been a while since we got a new limited abundance unit, and she looks to be a unit that was worth the wait. In this video, I'll be going through everything you need to know how to build and play Lingsha, going through her best Litecoins, relic sets, Planar ornaments, teams, and many more. Before we start, I stream sometimes on Twitch, link in the description, and I'll be giving away a supply pass / welcome in to my subscribers at 6k subs, so make sure you subscribe to enter. To begin, what does Lingsha actually do? Lingsha's talent, Misstance Manifest, makes her skill summon Fuyuan for 3 actions. Every time Fuyuan acts, it is considered a follow-up attack. It deals damage to all enemies with an extra hit, prioritizing a non-weakness broken enemy with fire weakness. Additionally, it also heals all allies while cleansing one ally as well. Lingsha's skill, Smoke and Splendor, deals damage and heals all allies while forwarding the action of Fuyuan. Lingsha's ultimate, Dripping Mistscape, deals damage and heals in AoE, while also applying Befog, which increases break damage taken, and in addition to advancing Fuyuan's action. Lingsha's technique, Wisp of Aurora, summons Fuyuan and inflicts Befog. As for Lingsha's bonus trace abilities, Ember's Echo, which will immediately launch a Fuyuan attack separate from the summon one whenever an ally drops to 60% or lower HP. Sylvian Smoke regenerates 10 extra energy every basic attack, and Vermilion Waft, which increases attack and healing bonus based on break effect. For stat bonuses, she gets break effect, HP, and attack, which are all pretty nice. Overall, Lingsha has quite a straightforward kit. While it's not super simple, it is very obvious in what it wants to do, so that is nice. The only thing you need to watch out for when you're playing her is to make sure your Fuyuan is summoned at all times, whether it's to her skill or her technique. And also keep count on how many actions your Fuyuan has left before you have to resummon her again. For trace leveling priorities, you want to be focusing on your talent, then ultimate, then skill and basic. Now for how to actually build Lingsha, starting with her best Litecoins. Beginning with her best in slot, her signature Litecoin, Set Alone stays true, which increases break effect and makes her ultimate inflict another debuff that makes the enemy take more damage. This is a very insane Litecoin for her, but surprisingly, we don't see some energy regen, which means that although it is very strong, the other limited abundance Litecoins are very close in strength due to those having energy, which in turn allows you to run break effect rope over energy rope. As for 4 stars, her best 4 star will be a S5 purse up, for a similar reason as the energy it gives you allows you for break effect rope as well. Otherwise, abundance 4 stars are generally pretty good, so any one of these will work, with S5 What Is Real being the best free to play. Moving on to her best relic sets and Planar ornaments. Lingsha's best relic set will actually depend on what you want from her. Do you want more damage? Then 4-piece Iron Cavalry is recommended. Otherwise, for a more defensive Lingsha, going for a 2-piece Messenger and Wandering / break effect will be more standard. Overall, any 4-piece set bonus is not all that important, just making sure you hit your stat breakpoints is recommended. So that means that any 2-piece of these sets will do the job, with 4-piece shooting media usually being a decent option too if you can reach the substat breakpoints. As for Planar ornaments, her best in slot will be Kalpagni. Pretty obviously, being the fire element and liking both speed and break effect makes this the perfect set for her. Of course, Talia will do just fine if you do not have a good Kalpagni, and if you're running her outside of a Firefly team. Otherwise, if you're not liking break effect and or want more supportive Lingsha, going for the energy set will be good as well. Now for best relic and Planar stats. For Lingsha's best main stats, we're looking at a healing body, speed boots, attack balls, and energy / break rope. Body is healing bonus as she is a healer after all, but if you do not need the extra healing and want more damage, attack is a valid option. Boots is speed as you really want her to be fast as possible. There is literally zero downside of her being fast. Balls is attack as her heals and damage scale of attack, and rope is either energy or break effect. Really, ultimately depending on what Planar ornaments and Litecoin you use. If you can get energy from other sources, break effect rope will be better, otherwise sticking to energy is more standard. As for Lingsha's best substats and stat breakpoints, first and foremost, the most important one is to reach a comfortable speed, so something like 134 plus with 160 being your ultimate goal. Then reaching 200% break effect to maximize her major traits is suggested, and then the rest can all go into attack. But as an extra note, because she scales off the traditional DPS attack stat, if you wish to, going for a good crit ratio while also maintaining her break effect and speed is a totally valid option too if you straight up want an Erudition character that also heals. Next up are her best Eidolons. E1 is an insane buff to both her damage capabilities and supportive capabilities with break efficiency and a defense down. E2 is a nice team break effect buff, further improving her best teams. E3 and 5 are just trace levels. E4 further adds to her sustaining power by also additionally healing the lowest ally during Fu Yuan's attack, and E6 is just a massive steroid for Fu Yuan, granting an all-type resist down and more instances of attacks. Overall, Lingsha has some decently strong Eidolons, with E1 being the most noteworthy one, so stopping there is recommended. And as per usual, the question of E1 versus S1. This time is slightly less straightforward, as for break teams, E1 is significantly better. However, if you also want to use her elsewhere, S1 is better. Last but not least, Lingsha's best teams. This part will be pretty straightforward, as being a limited sustain with really no big negatives, she can basically be used in any team as a sustain, as she can be decently skill point efficient if you wish for her to be as well. But as this part is about her best teams, obviously as a break effect sustain, her best team will be the 5-5 super break team. Of course, Buhu will also enjoy having her as well, and since Fu Yuan is considered a photo up attack, running her in photo up attack teams if you do not have Avenging is also valid. Break and FUA are the best archetypes for her, but as I said, being a sustain means that she can go in any team, so ones like these are okay too. So yeah, that does it. Lingsha is looking like a super good unit that honestly, I'm surprised that she's not getting more attention. Yes, the catch is that some people think that she is a side grade to an already strong unit being E6 Galagear, but her damage is significantly better with only a slightly worse skill point efficiency in some cases. So in my eyes, those are definitely more than a side grade, but oh well, what can you do?